Oh! Very nice. Okay, everyone, well, now, I hope you had fun. Being that I knew people were enjoying the playthrough, I decided to go a little extra long today. As you saw, I went a whole extra hour on stream, which I hope you appreciate. Quite honestly, let me take a look, because I have not looked at stream numbers all day. My God, the stream numbers were terrible. Wow, what happened? We never even... Hold on. I'm actually trying to go back here. Did we ever even get close to 400? We didn't, did we? At least from what I could see. I can't see the entire length of the stream, but from what I can see, which is back till around like 3 p.m., it looks like we barely even had 300 on stream. Wow. I don't know what's going on. Listen, here's the bottom line, and I'm tired of it now. No more excuses, all right? Because the bottom line is people are like, Phil's not engaged in his commentary, and Phil's commentary is boring, and that's why people don't want to watch the playthroughs of the streams. Bullshit. I'm loving this game. I'm voice acting. I'm engaged. I'm commentating on everything that's going on actively. Bullshit. I call massive bullshit on any idiot who says that about either the Watch Dogs 2, which I've been playing recently and really liking, or Pokemon. It's bullshit. I call complete and utter bullshit on anyone who's saying that I'm not engaged and I sound like I'm bored. I'm not. So I've had enough excuses. It just seems to me like people are fucking lazy and don't want to come out to the streams. I don't even know what else to say, you know? Jim Bob says that at one point we had around 350. Well, I mean, this is kind of ridiculous that I can't even get 400 people for a live stream anymore of new game. What's going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here with a special vlog. There's been some things that I've said that maybe either I didn't mean to say them that way and I didn't express myself properly the way that I said them, for example, on a pre-stream or on a post-stream this week. And, you know, sadly, what ends up happening is when I say something maybe the wrong way or not how I intended to mean it or not really what I was trying to say. You know, I'm a real human here, and I make mistakes, and I can't always express myself in the way that I want to perfectly 100% of the time. Duh! I mean, you could probably go back over the 8 years I've been on YouTube and find about 4 million examples where I said one thing, and then afterwards I was like, oh shit, well I actually meant to say this, or no, really it's more like this, but when I was saying something on the fly, I didn't necessarily say it in a way that was the best way to say something, especially if it's in a way that doesn't hurt people or insult people, right? But what happens is you've got people who literally sit here, and I'm not kidding you, right now they're doing it right now, as this video is going live on YouTube. They're sitting here and they're analyzing every little thing that I possibly say to find something, somewhere where I slipped, somewhere where I might have said something in a bad way, or maybe a way that doesn't necessarily 100% make sense, or may be something that's inflammatory to some people or insulting to some people, and that's what they focus on, right? Not the 99% of the other part of the discussion that's been going on, but that 1% where I said something that may have been a bad way to say something, okay? I basically made a promise to my viewer base on stream the past couple of days that if viewership was pretty decent for Pokemon Moon, that I would bust my ass basically to still try to live stream as long as I could this week until basically it wasn't viable anymore, which is probably about middle of this week. I can't live stream anyway, all right? And the bottom line is, the day one, the viewership was great. Day two, yesterday, the viewership wasn't great. We started out with a certain amount, and it just went all the way down, trailing down during the course of the stream. Now, for me, I can't figure it out. All right, I can't. Logically, I can't figure it out why that would happen, because I'm enjoying the game. The people who are in stream chat are telling me that they're loving this stream. It's one of the best streams I've done. The viewer, you know, for a viewer who's engaged and liking that I'm engaged in the game, they're telling me that the content is great. So why is the viewership going boo during the course of the stream? I don't know, and I have to call bullshit, because most people have come out and said, well, Phil, it's because your commentary isn't good. It's because your commentary has been boring as of late. It's been blasé. It seems like you're not engaged. You're not enjoying the games you're playing. You're just doing this for a job. And that's why people aren't excited in your stuff. I have to call bullshit. Pokemon has been anything but that. All right? And it would be one thing if I was just going through the motions. I'm not with this game. I'm really actively working to make this an entertaining playthrough, and I'm entertained by the game, so I know that that's coming through in the videos. So when I see viewership going, boo, that tells me that that downward trend has nothing to do with actually what's coming through in the videos at all. All right? And you have to look at it and say, well, what is it? Right? What is the root cause of why a stream would have plummeting viewership when the stream is engaging and entertaining and fun? I don't get it. Right? And, you know, I guess I should ask that kind of question publicly more often. Of course, I'm going to get a ton of bullshit answers from people who are only here to be dicks to me. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, the bottom line is if you watch the Pokemon playthrough, right? And you see that it's, I mean, I'm getting people who I don't even hear from are tweeting me now and saying, Phil, you know, I just started watching Pokemon playthrough. It's great. You know, so if that's the feedback I'm massively getting, then obviously something else is going on. What is it? I don't know. And I don't know how to fix it, you know, and that leads to frustration. So what ended up happening yesterday, okay, is at the end of my stream, I looked at viewership and I said, well, sorry everyone, but you know, it looks like viewership plummeted today, and I don't know why, but as we've already had this conversation, all right, I'm not going to continue to live stream this game because it looks like people aren't coming out for it anymore. Now, admittedly, then with my frustration in my head, I said something completely wrong, something I shouldn't have said, something that, of course, every motherfucker on the internet who steals my videos, who illegally records my streams, and who takes every fucking comment I ever say out of context to find that one moment when I say something wrong. Here's what I said. I'll publicly admit it because it's out there, duh. And I didn't mean it. As I said, well, it must just be that people are lazy. People want to see my streams, and people are asking me for streams, and they're begging me, and they're upset that I'm not going to live stream. But then when I do a great quality live stream, they don't show up, so they're just lazy. Obviously, that's not actually what I feel. There's got to be something going on, right, to make people not feel engaged and not stick around for the length of a stream. I don't know what it is, because they used to. And again, I'll say this again. I'm not doing anything, like, differently than what I used to. When I'm engaged in a game and I'm doing great commentary and I'm actively engaged in it, and, you know, Pokemon in particular, reacting to the new Pokemon, the new abilities, naming the Pokemon, doing voice acting, I don't know how more engaged I could fucking be in a game, honestly. And I'm loving the game. That's the other thing I've been telling everyone. I'm loving this game. I like Pokemon Moon a lot. It's fun because it's a new Pokemon game where I'm getting exposed to it for the first time along with everyone else, and I'm seeing the new Pokemon and the new evolutions and everything. I'm really liking this game and this playthrough. Like, I'm digging it. I want to keep doing it. I'm excited today to jump on stream and continue with Pokemon Moon. And I'll be real honest with you, I can't say that for every game that I play. There's some games that after 1 or 2 sessions, okay, I get what the game is. Oh, great, there's another 10 hours of gameplay. Well, I got to go through it now. This is not the case with Pokemon Moon. I'm very excited to jump back into it on a daily basis, all right? But because I said this one thing that obviously I apologize for and it's wrong. I mean, anyone said, Phil just called his viewers lazy. They're not coming out to the streams because they're lazy. No, I don't think that's what it is. There's something going on. I don't know what it is, but there's something obviously going on that's not engaging viewers on my live streams. I don't know what it is. Because I said that, that's it. So the whole internet now has to tear me a new asshole because Phil said something at the end of his stream on fucking Saturday. So that's it. So now you got these kids who literally, and I'm not kidding, this is not an exaggeration, there's kids who literally every day record my entire fucking stream illegally, which is completely illegal. You can't record anyone's live streams or videos on YouTube. They do it, and they take that one moment. They don't have any of the discussion about how my business is down, how I really need help, and I'm trying to get suggestions for improvement. And one of the major suggestions for improvement has been to cut down on live streaming. And we had this whole experiment this week with Pokemon that if attendance stayed up, that I would keep streaming, and that it didn't stay up, and all of a sudden it was down, and I was very disappointed that none of that in context. The one thing that's put up, Phil saying, man, these people are really lazy because they're not coming out to watch my streams. Of course that makes me look like a fucking piece of shit. Of course it does. And people will say, well, how's it out of context if you said it? Because you didn't give the whole fucking perspective of everything that's been going on for the past fucking month. Of course it's out of context. Of course it makes me look bad. Duh. But the problem is people don't fucking do the research. They don't take the 5 seconds to figure out what the situation was. Instead, they just watch the one thing and say, well, Phil's a piece of shit. Wow. Phil is a major piece of shit. To say something like that makes Phil a piece of shit. And you know what? If I knew nothing about myself, and I knew nothing about my 8 years on YouTube, and I knew nothing about the frustration and what I'm going through right now with my business, and I knew nothing about any perspective whatsoever, and all I saw was a video that says DSP Gaming says his viewers are lazy, and I clicked on it, and the one thing you hear is, wow, my viewers are lazy because they didn't come to my live stream, I would hate me too. But that's not reality, and that's not life, right? That's not the truthfulness of the situation. And quite honestly, that's why people hate me on YouTube. That is definitively number one, the reason that people hate me on YouTube. It's not that I said that. It's that some fucking idiot spins it to say that's the only thing Phil ever said. Here's the negative thing Phil said. It would be like if President Obama of the United States at one time was really frustrated about one thing and he made an underhanded or a comment that really wasn't characteristic of 95% of the stuff that maybe Obama would ever say, and he said this one thing, but that's the only thing that was on the fucking internet today was Obama said this one thing. Everyone would think that he's an asshole, right? But the bottom line is that he has all this other positive spin coverage too. And that's the thing is, I don't get the positive spin. All I get is the negative. For years, let's watch an entire 15-hour playthrough of what Phil did and take the 1.5 hours out of it where he really sucked and or was really frustrated and or said stuff that could be, you know, insinuated as being insulting, take it completely out of context of the whole playthrough and say this was his playthrough of this game, when in reality that's not what it was. It was a 15-hour long playthrough where for a good 10 plus hours the content was good, there was fun stuff, I was succeeding at the game, I wasn't blaming the game developers, I wasn't going crazy swearing and insulting people. But that's the thing, take the one negative out of context, make the video about it, well, hands off, and I got my views for today, making Phil look like a piece of shit. And that's what it is. That's the reality of my daily existence here on fucking YouTube, alright? Now, here's the thing. I want to say something. I want to say thank you to those who, from an outside perspective, see this, alright? And they kind of, like, wake me up to reality. Because the bottom line is, you know, yesterday the stream went offline, and I didn't think anything of it. And I uploaded my videos like usual, and I played Watch Dogs and all this, and I really didn't hear anything. All day, I didn't hear anything. And all of a sudden, overnight, apparently, I got a bunch of tweets. In regards, it's Rich from Review Tech USA, who watched the video from the kid who steals my stuff on a daily basis, that piece of shit, watches this fucking out-of-context video, and he tweets me, and he says, Phil, you know, this video is the reason why people are turned off to your streams and turned off to you as a person on YouTube and your content. This is why people hate you on YouTube, because of comments like this. And I look at it and immediately I'm like, but this is a completely out of context comment, right? It's the one moment of weakness where I said something bad that I openly admit now. I apologize for it. It was wrong. I shouldn't have said that, and it's certainly not the case. I don't think my viewers are lazy. That's bullshit. And that was just the frustration of it just coming out of me and me saying it wrong. I don't think my viewers are lazy. I just think there's something fucking going on, and I gotta figure out what it is, right? What is that core thing that doesn't keep someone engaged for a live stream? I don't know what it is right now. I don't get it, you know? And so, you know, he said, you know, this is the kind of thing that happens that makes you look bad. And, you know, I appreciate that feedback, but what I wish Rich wouldn't do would be saying that publicly on Twitter, because then what happens is, oh, wow, Phil said that? Phil's a piece of shit. They don't see in context. Again, Rich sees it, and Rich kind of knows my history, and Rich kind of knows there's a bunch of kids who fucking make it their life's work to just make my life miserable. He gets that, because he gets a lot of that too on YouTube. He gets a lot of that kind of hate. In fact, a lot of the same people who hate on me hate on him on a daily fucking basis. So it's kind of weird that we have nothing to do with each other. We barely ever talk. We have like no relation. Even our content is vastly different, yet we still get the same kind of hate. So obviously there you're kind of seeing a pattern, right? And it doesn't really have to do with the content or whatever someone's coming out. It just seems that there's certain people that gravitate towards other people on YouTube and attack the fuck out of them. I'm just saying. But anyway, Rich sees this and he tweets it, and he's well-intentioned, and I appreciate that he tweeted it, because I look at it and I'm like, wow, Rich is right. Looking at just that moment of what I said, completely out of context, makes me look like a piece of shit, and he's absolutely fucking right. And I shouldn't say stuff like that publicly, and that's a shortcoming of mine, because I'm so real, because I talk about this stuff with you, and I share this personal experience with you on YouTube all the time. Stuff like that, that's a mistake, comes out, and that's what becomes the focus of the negative assholes on YouTube, right? But at the same time, I don't think Rich realizes that when he makes tweets like that, especially when it's 5 in the fucking morning for me and I'm asleep and I can't respond to it, that all it does is cause problems for me. Because when he tweeted that, immediately all his viewership went and watched the fucking video. So all that happened is that hundreds, if not thousands of people who follow his Twitter went and watched the video and said, wow, DSP's a piece of shit, instead of understanding the whole situation, the whole context of everything. So I really wish, and I actually just said this on Twitter, I really wish that if other YouTubers want to have some kind of a discourse with me about what's going on or whatever, PM me or email me, darksidefil@hotmail.com. It's easy to reach me. And Twitter is not always the best avenue to do that, especially when you know that there's going to be a public eye on stuff like that. And the bottom line is, yeah, maybe a couple hundred to a couple thousand people may have seen that video of that idiot who records everything that I do, the out of context, video. Okay, but now because Rich tweeted it, now a lot more people are going to see it, and that's actually negative to me. It actually hurts me, even though it makes me understand, oh wow, I see what's going on. It ends up hurting me even further. I don't think he gets that. Phil normally wouldn't just insult the viewers out of blue and say that they're lazy. I mean, Phil live streams 365 days a year. Phil puts out gameplay videos 365 days a year. Out of the 365 days, were there 2 days this year where maybe he said something that didn't seem right? You know what I mean? But that's the focus that everyone's got to fucking talk about, because they got to get their cheap views. They got to get their cheap attention, because they're scumbags. Those people have nothing to add positively to the planet. They don't. Because when you focus only on negativity, that means you have nothing positive or constructive to say. And that's the reason why they exist, because they can get attention for themselves by feeding off of the moment of weakness of someone else. So I had this one moment of weakness, right? Please, when you see stuff like that, don't take it as the end-all fucking be-all of who I am, all right? And I know now I'm really only talking to my core fan base, and it's far too late for a video like this to have any kind of impact on the commonality of the YouTube viewer. The common YouTube viewer thinks I'm a piece of shit, because there's so many videos out there of those moments of weakness that are out of context. You don't understand the situation and where I'm coming from and why I would have been so frustrated or just so overwhelmed at the time that I would say something stupid, right? That stupid thing becomes me. It becomes synonymous with me as the person on YouTube, and people look and say, wow, when I search for DSP Gaming, Phil said this nasty about his viewers today. He said this nasty about something 6 months ago. Oh my God, last year in 2015, Phil said this and this and this. Wow, did you know that in 2010, Phil was on Blip TV and he made a joke about the Jews and Nazis? Oh my God, once ever, Phil made a horrendous joke, learned his lesson, never made that kind of joke ever again, and repeatedly apologized for it and explained that that joke was actually copied off of the Howard Stern show, which is a completely different animal than what people thought it was. But man, we still got to bring that shit up, right? And that's the thing, people just find these moments of things. I'm not even kidding. That moment in 2010, people still bring up to this day. And it's like, are you kidding me? 6 fucking years ago? You still bring it up? One thing that happened? And it's just out of control. So this video is obviously not for the common YouTube viewer. I really don't feel that a vlog like this, nothing that I do at this point, would ever make people change their common opinion about me, because there's so much of that take the one moment of weakness, and that's become who I am on YouTube, because I show those moments of weakness. How many other YouTubers have these pre-streams, have these behind-the-scenes videos, have vlogs like this? A lot of YouTubers, it's just the content. Here's the content. This is all you see of me, right? And that's it. And I'm not like that. You know, I've always had this interactive relationship. Like I said at the very beginning of this video, this interactive, organic relationship with my viewing audience. And it is a double-edged sword, because in a lot of ways, it's great to have that transparency and to feel like I have this personal connection with the people who have made me popular on YouTube and allowed me to do this as a job. But at the same time, when I have a moment of weakness, it stabs me right in the fucking foot or the ass or the balls or whatever the fuck you want to say, right? And it really does frustrate me. So please, when you hear that shit, you gotta understand, the one moment, when you think of that one moment when I did something fucked up, please compare it to the other ridiculous amount of moments where I didn't fuck up and the amount of enjoyment that you got out of my stuff. Because I think, unfortunately, what happens on YouTube is you get this kind of black and white judgment system, right? It's either the person's amazingly good or a piece of shit. It's one or the other. There's no gray area. Now, in reality, we're all a gray area. We're all human. We all have positives and negatives. We don't all show them publicly on YouTube, but in reality, we're all like this. We all have moments of greatness and moments of weakness. And for me, because the moments of weakness have been the focus on YouTube for so many people, that's why I'm seeing as such a negative thing on YouTube when so many others don't show that side of anything, you know? And when I come out here and I make a video and I say, man, I feel my videos are the best Let's Plays on YouTube because they're raw and unedited, and I'm not doing a paid advertisement like these other shills, and I'm not doing the cheap thing over here like a reaction video to a movie or a trailer for cheap views because I'm busy working on games. Yes, I do feel pride in my own work. Yes, I do feel that what I'm doing is good, but I'm not saying that other stuff can't also be good. But when I say stuff like that, people take it that way because it kind of sounds like that, even though that's not what I mean. I don't always express myself the right way, and people take that shit and say, oh, you're so elitist and you're so fucking up in your high castle of, you know, your ego, and you don't understand that you're not the best thing on YouTube. No fucking shit. Why do I have 24,000 subs on KO Gaming and I'm only getting like 5,000 to 7,000 views a video? I don't know. What happened? How do you get that much? I don't get it. If anyone can figure that shit out, that's what I need to fucking know, alright? I don't need to hear the one moment of weakness where I insulted my, you know, I insulted people because I was fucking so frustrated about stuff, and obviously I'm an idiot for saying that, and I apologize for it. That doesn't help. And I think that's these idiots who they think that well, we're just exposing Phil and we're making him see who he really is so that he'll improve. That doesn't make me improve, you idiot. Putting a one out of context video on the internet doesn't fucking help me improve. Are you that stupid? Yeah, you all must be. Because that only kills me. All you're going to do is make me completely be destroyed and never be able to make a video again that anyone would ever want to watch. Because every time they search for DSP or DSP Gaming, they see, Phil insulted his viewer base, says they're lazy. Phil made a Nazi joke. Phil did this, Phil did that. And they see these, you know, 30, 40 occurrences over an 8-year span that make me look nasty. And of course, this is how you don't play videos, rather than, oh, the 40,000 fucking great gameplay videos that I've put up on the internet, the hundreds of reviews that I've put up on the internet. So anyway, to conclude, thanks for listening. Had to get this off my chest. I apologize for being stupid and being human and saying dumb things every once in a while. Understand that's not the end-all be-all of who I am, okay? I would hope that at least there's enough intelligent people when you see something like that, you say, now wait a minute. You know, Phil's been around for 8 years. I'm pretty sure that he doesn't just fucking say stuff like that all the time. And, you know, I want to get to the bottom of this. You know, and someone like Rich from Review Tech USA, right? He sees it and he's like, now wait a minute. Now, Phil wouldn't just say this all the time, and this is bad, and then he tweets about it, and that's good, but it's also bad, you know? You got something to say, anyone, I mean this, send me an email, darksidephil@hotmail.com. You can PM me on Twitter, which I think you can send PMs. I don't even know. There's multiple ways you can reach me without making shit public like that. You know what I mean? Because all it's going to do is just incense more people, right? Because now, even though Rich is well-intentioned, I am very appreciative because he basically calls me out on me doing something really stupid. Okay, but then I look at, well, great, because now there's going to be 1,000 people who see that and hate me even more. That's just what I needed today when I wake up, right? Getting ready for my live, you know, I wake up in the morning, get ready for my live stream, I look on Twitter, what the fuck? You know, god damn it. Another day where I just want to fucking play games and have fun, and I got to deal with more of this fucking stupid drama, and it is what it is. It's life. That's the life of a YouTuber. At least that's been my life. I know a lot of YouTubers don't put up with this kind of shit. They don't have to. I do. That's been my life since I started on YouTube, and I guess it's going to be till the day that I fucking stop.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.